Why don't we get started by stretching out a little bit since, as we know, it's been a hell of a year. So we're probably storing some extra energy in our muscle tissue and maybe in the deeper tissues in the body. So let's just take a few moments before we move into those deeper stillness practices, just to release the day so you can establish a comfortable, stable seat, feeling your hips and your legs nice and grounded, lifting and lengthening across your spine. Just start to roll your shoulders around, smooth out your breath, smooth out the movement. Starting to develop that inner conversation. Just check in with yourself. Notice, how are your shoulders feeling today? It doesn't mean you have to judge or analyze your experience. You're just checking in, just noticing with loads of compassion for yourself. You might get the elbows involved, start to wheel the arms around, broadening and stretching across the pecs, maybe making the movement in the spine a little bit more pronounced as we inhale, drawing open across your heart. As you exhale, rounding across the back a little bit, kind of like cow and cat spinal waves here. Inhaling, broadening, exhaling, just releasing out the details of the day. We can make these rotations in the arms a little smaller, until we relax the arms back down, and then relax your chin down to your chest. Just rotate the right ear over toward the right shoulder, and then move in a semicircle. Draw the chin down and over to the other side. Go at your own pace, gently rotating the head and the neck side to side, keeping your shoulders broad and even, nice and relaxed. There's lots of spaciousness here. Could you relax in your jaw, relaxing across the mouth, around the eyes? And the next time the right ear draws over to your right shoulder, let's pause. Sweep the right arm up and overhead so the right fingertips are by the top of the left ear or the left side temple. It might feel good to just explore a little bit in this stretch, drawing the chin down and up, feeling that lift through your sternum, drawing upward through the abdomen. Invite your inhalations a little deeper down into your belly. There's softness as you inhale. Exhale, feel your navel squeeze back toward your spine to empty. Breathe in down to the belly and across the sides of the ribs. Exhale fully. And on your next breath, you could also stretch your left arm out to the side and just rotate your left wrist around a little bit. Keeping the shoulders relaxed and broad, rotate the left wrist the other way. Shoulder blades sliding down your back. Let go of any excess effort in this movement. Just enjoy another big, spacious breath. Maybe expand and extend through your left fingertips, broaden across your heart, and then relax your left arm, right arm. Very slowly and tenderly bring your head and neck back to center. We'll lift the chin, draw the head back. And as you exhale, bow your chin to your chest. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, lift the chin, draw the head back. Exhale, bow, chin toward the chest. A little bow to yourself this evening. Once again, Inhale, lifting the chin, lifting through the heart. Maintain that tall spine as you exhale, and let your chin relax down to the chest. Let's interlace both hands, bring them back behind the back of the head. Your elbows could draw forward. And then if this is comfortable, maybe you very gently just rotate head and neck side to side, feeling the back of your head press back into your hands. So we're broadening, protracting across the shoulder blades a little bit, active in the core to maintain a nice, stable alignment. And then come on back to center. Keep your hands behind the head. Peel the elbows out to either side like wings. This is such a great enlivening gesture to open up the meridians, the nadis, as well as the muscles around your heart, around your lungs, which for most of us throughout the day are very constricted. You know, our arms are always hugged in, our shoulders might even be drawing forward. We're on the computer, driving, protecting the heart. So just take another breath. Let your hands support the back of your skull. Really let your head just rest into your hands so the muscles in your neck don't have to work. Breathe some soothing, swirling energy around your heart, refreshing across the heart and the lungs. And now on your next exhale, as if you were pushing away two invisible walls, press your palms away from you. Enjoy another deep breath in, and then exhale, just relax your arms all the way back down to the earth. Pause and notice. You might notice some prana, some subtle life force energy, maybe a sense of openness or groundedness, tingling, warmth. All sensations are correct. All experiences are valid. If you are sitting cross-legged, you can switch the cross in your legs or give the legs a little stretch too. Given the upper body so much attention, the low body is just suffering. So give those legs some love. And then we'll relax the chin down to the chest and glide the left ear over to your left shoulder. And again, just keep your shoulders relaxed. Sometimes the left shoulder wants to hug up to the ear because they're codependent on each other. So we relax the shoulders and just sweep your left arm up and overhead so your left fingertips are by your right side temple. Enjoy 3 deep breaths, deep belly breaths, soothing and grounding. You might explore a little bit here as well, drawing the chin downward and then upward. Obviously, be real sweet. Be real gentle with yourself with this stretch. No force. And then you could extend your right arm out to the side, rotating the right wrist, shoulder blades, retracting, drawing toward each other and down. There's a little more lift in your heart, a little more strength and power in your deep core to keep you lifted. We'll rotate the wrist the other way. Breathe across the belly and the side ribs, expanding as you inhale. And on your next exhale, relax right arm, left arm, very gently bring the head and the neck back to center. Roll your shoulders up and back and down a few more times. Nice. And then let your shoulders relax. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Bring the fingertips together overhead. On your next exhale, we'll twist to the right. Just a gentle seated twist. Breathe in, grow a little taller. Exhale, rotate in the twist. Your right fingertips can float back behind you. Your left hand can come down, either in front of your legs or crossing over to your right leg. Slowly, we'll inhale and spiral back to center. Fingertips connect overhead. Maintain that lift as you exhale and release your hands. Spiral to the other side. Good. Keeping your shoulders stacked over your hips. Shoulders relaxed. Jaw relaxed. The twist is happening from our center, from the waist, the solar plexus, side ribs. And then one more time, inhale and slowly spiral back to center. Send the arms up toward the sky, fingertips connect. Exhale, hands melt down to your heart. We'll take 3 deep breaths in through the nose. Exhale with a real gentle sigh. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale. 2 more times. And just send yourself some appreciation. Thank yourself for making this time to reflect inward, to engage in this great inner work. This is how transformation happens. This is how healing happens. Healing is not just one magnificent event with angels singing and violins playing. There can be some big moments, but most of the time, 99.999% of the time, healing is a daily practice. Healing is in the everyday. Healing is in the small, mundane actions that sometimes don't even seem like they're all that special. But that's when healing is also happening. Let's enjoy another deep breath in through the nose. And exhale with a soft sigh. You can relax your arms down comfortably on your lap. Just diving a little deeper inward, keeping your eyes closed if that's comfortable. Or keeping your gaze relaxed. We'll focus on some cooling breaths tonight, because it is Pitta season. It is the season of fire in Ayurveda. And there's a lot of fire being stirred up emotionally as well. And perhaps you might be feeling more agitated than usual, or more overwhelmed. This is very normal. This is very natural. You have absolutely every right, to feel those feelings. And so you can imagine the breath as a cooling, cleansing waterfall, and drawing in that refreshing air, exhaling like a waterfall from the top of your head all the way down your body, across shoulders, arms, down your legs. Breathing in, refreshing the system, exhaling like a cooling waterfall. Breathing in and breathing out. And I wanted to share with you some words from Sarah Gottsteiner, who wrote this very psychically. She wrote this passage specifically for today. She has a lunar calendar, and it's amazing how appropriate all her writings are. She wrote this many, many months ago, back in 2019, actually. What do you love? What do you care for? What do you need to protect? Who do you need to let in? Move the water inside of you. Let it flow. If your life has been disrupted, if you don't know where to begin, if certain parts of your life seem overwhelming, that is absolutely reasonable. If your life has been disrupted, if you don't know where to begin, if certain parts of your life seem overwhelming, that is absolutely reasonable. But we don't meet chaos with complacency. We move energy by remaining vulnerable. We break patterns by trying different ways of relating to situations, to yourself, to others. Maybe you write yourself a different set of guidelines, one based on trust, love, hope, and mutual aid. We control so little in our world. Oftentimes, waves swirl around us. We can only control how we respond. When the world seems to be crashing down on us, when unexpected events occur, when unfair or painful situations pop up, it can feel easy to be disappointed. It can be easy to look at those challenges as a reason that your dreams aren't coming true, or that you've done something wrong, or that you are on the wrong path. That simply is not the case. What we can do is use really difficult times as a way to connect with love, as a way to evolve. Look at how you are responding to situations and see how this is reinforcing unhelpful patterns. It's time to shake those patterns off. Are you treating others with the care you crave? Are you treating yourself with the care you crave? Give yourself grace. Give yourself space. So that's my invitation for you tonight, to give yourself loads of grace and loads of space. And you've already shown that to yourself by showing up. Whether you're here with me live now or whether you're going to be watching this in the future. Imagine that waterfall of cooling, cleansing, nourishing energy with every exhale from the crown of your head and cascading through you. Maybe this waterfall has a particular color. Your water doesn't have to be blue, but it might be. We'll relax that imagery, moving into a box breath technique. A really lovely way to further deepen our concentration and dive deeper into meditation. And of course, if the breath rhythm as I count, inhaling for 4, holding the breath at the top for 4, exhaling for 4, and holding the breath at the bottom for 4. If my rhythm isn't right for you tonight, just of course, go at your own pace and do what feels right for you. And so I'll count. Let's just start with an exhale, releasing the breath so that you can inhale to the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale gently. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gently exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold empty. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hover at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold empty. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold empty. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Feel free to continue at your own pace, counting the breath. Feeling that fullness at the top, suspended. Exhaling consciously, holding at the bottom. And you can relax this technique if you were still mentally counting the breath. Move into just one more pranayama technique tonight, a really effective technique for bringing greater calmness and interior quiet. Hands free, Nadi Shodhana. You can use the hand, of course, if you like, bringing your right hand into the Vishnu Mudra, closing off the right nose with your right thumb. Or you could simply imagine as we inhale softly up the left side and then exhale down the right side. If you're using your hand, ring finger will close off the left nostril. Inhaling up the right side and exhaling to switch. Exhaling down your left side. Inhaling up the left side and exhaling to switch. Breathing in softly and sweetly. Breathing out down the other side. You might focus on the sensations in the tip of the nose, that subtle cooling sensation as you inhale, drawing in that small stream of cooling, refreshing energy. Exhaling down the opposite side like a cleansing stream, washing away inner clutter, energetic debris. Just as water carries away debris down a river, we're gently cleansing our energy system, cleansing the channels of life force energy within you. Continuing at your own pace, Nadi Shodhana, the channel cleansing breath, alternate nostril breathing. Keeping the jaw soft, keeping the back of the head in line with your tailbone, lifting gently through your heart. Next time you exhale, down the left side of the nose, down that lunar channel, that yin channel. You can relax the technique. If you're using your hand, feel free to relax your hand and your arm down. Just dive a little deeper inside. Breathe down into your heart. Pour the pool of your awareness across your heart space. A great, vast ocean of your heart. Dropping some seeds of metta into this beautiful ocean of your heart. You can mentally repeat, may I be happy. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be at ease. Just allow whatever other sensations or emotions or energies bubbling under the surface of these lines of metta. Just let them be there too. It's all part of the practice. Breathe into your heart. And if you notice there's a space in your body that could be physically or that could be more energetic, that's holding some heat, some agitation. Use the power of your attention and direct that cooling energy that you're cultivating in this practice now. Direct that prana there. Maybe imagining some gentle swirls of cooling energy across your eyes or across your brain. Maybe in your stomach, your low back, maybe across your skin. And then let your attention begin to pool at your third eye center, the space between your eyebrows and the center of your mind, where the unconscious mind and the conscious mind begin to meld. The neutralizing space. Breathe into your third eye center. And in your mind's eye, conjure up a loved one. Really be able to imagine them, imagine their face, sending some metta to them. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be at ease. Now we'll take another deep breath in through the nose and just exhale with a long, gentle sigh. Notice how you feel without judgment or analysis. Just sense in. As we slowly welcome back some mindful movements, you might stretch in your hands, shoulders, maybe stretch one arm up and overhead, a little side bend, and then the other way. Just move in any way that feels good. You could extend out your legs. Let some of that energy that we've cultivated to kind of spread out a little more into the muscles and the joints. I so appreciate you all taking this time once again to practice and to practice with me. It's so much fun. I love it. So if you'd like to journal, feel free to take out a page and a pen, and we'll go back to some of these musings by Sarah Gottsteiner. And of course, if there's something else you prefer to journal, go for it. Write what feels right. But it's nice to begin with some of these journaling questions that she begins this passage with. What do you care for? And what do you need to protect? What do you care for? And what do you need to protect? Next journaling question, if you so choose to answer it on your page, is how you are responding to situations reinforcing unhelpful patterns. If you look at how you're responding to situations, is this reinforcing unhelpful patterns? Oh, yes. And you know what? I'll type it into the chat too, because I'm a visual person. So I feel like that would help. I feel like it's one of those questions that's like, oh, it's a very blunt question, but a good question. And that's the beauty of shadow work. It invites us to ask ourselves the tough questions that most of the time are easy to ignore. And Lord knows the world is full of distractions to distract us from the deeper inner work. So, what better time than the present moment to explore some of this inner work? And I'll send out a follow up email with this whole passage for you guys because I love this passage so much, and I feel like it's so resonant for what so many of us are feeling right now. And the fact that she wrote this probably a year ago or more is pretty incredible how insightful her words are. And I owe you guys a Ram Dass quote too. I haven't forgotten. Sometimes it takes me a long time. I don't forget, but and don't worry, I've been beating myself up that I haven't sent that out to you guys in a couple of weeks. So, you know, it's cool. Okay, two more questions. Are you treating others with the care that you crave? Robin. I've totally looked up, by the way, like what astrologers predicted this. Like, none of, a couple of them actually did suggest that. And I was like, okay, like two of you. And scientists, you're right. Yeah, Robin. Yeah, maybe I should be paying more attention to the scientists and not listening to so many astrology podcasts these days. So those are the last two questions in the chat box. Are you treating others with the care that you crave? But then the big one, are you treating yourself with the care that you crave? So we'll just take another minute or two and then we'll just kind of share and wrap up. It's already been basically an hour. Time flies when you're practicing svadhyaya. Yoga jokes. Thanks for laughing at my yoga jokes. Was in the YTT weekend this past weekend with Larissa Carlson, the Pranayama weekend. At the end of it, she said something that reminded me when you were just sharing now too, specifically about how like you almost self-sabotage yourself from meditating. You don't kind of prevent yourself from meditating, which I do a lot as well. Like, yes. um and it's almost like, you know, uh because when we do practices like this and like Reiki, you're vibrating at this higher resonance, this higher frequency, and it's almost like a higher self versus a more primal self dichotomy kicks in. And sometimes people will then sink into old patterns, old grooves, old samskaras to like get that high vibe energy frequency back down. What she brought up was like, you know, we did Silka, you did like 15 hours, 13 hours of pranayama over the weekend. And that like, you know, you're really like up and buzzy and, you know, you might be super relaxed, but your pranic level, your energy level is really up. And she was saying there might be a craving to like have two beers and eat a cheeseburger because that's going to like bring you back down, and then you're like back into your body, back into that groove, which is also what the, you know, the collective energy right now is um vibrating at a very intense and very painful, divisive frequency right now. So you as an empath are going to, you're like a radio transmitter, you know, you're taking in these frequencies, these signals, and it's hard for a human being to manage all that energy frequency. So you're, of course you're going to lean into like what feels comfy, and probably like sitting on the couch feels comfy, and that's like a way of self-soothing. You know, part of you is like, damn it, I don't want to meditate, I don't want more of this. Like, chill out, everybody. Let me have an afternoon off from feeling the world. So I totally get that. I totally get that. One of the things that has really helped me a lot recently is imagining my energy field getting a lot stronger. Like, it's very Star Wars, Harry Potter, these are documentaries in my world. So like, and I do this too, like when I feel like my boundaries are being a little threatened, when I'm just feeling the world too much, when, yeah, just like all that, I thicken up my boundary field. And it's just in my mind, I'm just imagining it. It's like nothing fancy, not doing a special ritual. I'm literally like, I could be literally like brushing my teeth in the morning, but I'm just thinking to myself, like, my energy field is getting stronger and more powerful, like a muscle strengthening. And I feel better when I do that. And ultimately, at the end of the day, that's what matters to me. It's like, in these situations, it's how you feel so that you can go about your day and feel more protected. And that's the beauty of why sometimes these really simple images can work so well. It doesn't take a lot, and you can do it anytime. And I've really, one of my friends who is an empath hardcore, and a psychic too. That's her profession. She was a third grade school teacher and quit to be a psychic. She takes on people's energy, and she has to really, like, she has to manage her time really really well. She has to spend a lot of time, like, with her dog and not seeing people. Which at first I was super insulted by, and now over the years I've learned to, like, respect that about her. But at first I was super offended. I was like, what's wrong with her? She doesn't want to hang out. She was being smart and setting smart boundaries. So um sometimes, yeah, consider, yeah, your boundaries. And um thank you so much for sharing that too, and being vulnerable. Right. Thank you. I'm so happy to hear that. And you brought up so many beautiful points that it's this daily reminder every day. Healing is not just like one event. It's in the small work that doesn't always seem glamorous or Instagrammable, or like it's even working. It's like in those small, like, little frustrations where we catch our mind and we're like, there I go again. That's it. That's the healing work. That's so good. So good. I'm so glad. And I'm so glad, like, how beautiful. I love detour stories, when, like, something unplanned happened and then it leads to something really cool and surprising, like being a trail guide in Pennsylvania. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale with a sigh. Thank yourself once again for showing up. Knowing that you've cultivated merit, good prana, good energy, and a deeper connection with your higher self tonight. Thank yourself. And I thank you so much. Namaste, everyone. Namaste. Oh, good. I'm so glad, Jason. Thank you, Fee. You guys are so awesome. See, and now there's like no commute after the class. You're just like, in your jam, in your space. No driving. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great night.